Hey everybody, it's me, Travis Carper, Ascension Guide, Holistic Health Coach. Alright, cool man. So beautiful out right now. It's springtime and it's just, it can be amazing. What was I gonna say? Since we're talking about energy and our own bioelectrics and our own morphogenetic fields and how this all plays in off of each other and for your health too, on these energy fields, consider this. The cell towers that I just took a really long bike ride and I noticed the placement of the cell towers and stuff, and that's like a microwave technology too. And I guess the workers too that work on the cell towers, they're having bad symptoms and stuff. It's kind of frying them basically. So I want you to consider these, why I always talk about energy and why I always talk about emotional energy, electrical energy, and also the power lines. Why aren't all of the power lines, why are they still above ground? Why haven't they been insulated and laid underneath the ground, or changed over to fiber optics or something, or whatever the grids, the three main grids that are run off of fossil fuels here in America? I guess, well, Las Vegas probably has its own, and I think Los Angeles does too. They have their own actually power line that goes all the way up to Colorado or something to Los Angeles. Very crazy. So I want you to consider the energy fields and the unnatural world that we've been building for, you can go down the rabbit hole, yes, and you can go all the way to the malevolent ET races and stuff like that. There's also benevolent. You can go down the rabbit hole. But suffice to say, I want you to consider energy fields for health reasons. Because if you can get your health back and get your mind clear, you can take moments like these out of the day and just listen to the wind and listen to nature again. And listen to Gaia's heartbeat. Okay? All right. Which I will read from an article that I wrote and posted on 3decrees.org. I'm going to read Gaia's heartbeat. The Schumann resonance speeds up. Okay? The Earth's electromagnetic field, or the toric field, the torus field, right, of Earth, its own morphogenetic field. Schumann resonance is speeding up. The center of Earth's torus is anchored deep within the crystalline core of Earth, Gaia's crystalline diamond core. The unity consciousness drive. Yeah, man. Energy that emanates through Gaia's torus in a Fibonacci spiral. The Fibonacci spiral, just think of the bagel, the donut shape, that's the torus fields. That's what we're talking about here, in geometry and stuff. Forms around Gaia and returns back into Gaia's crystalline core. In our fluidic fractal space-time continuum, or you can call it our universal matrix, the toric field of Gaia is that same similar Fibonacci, the bagel, as the toric field of the atom, of an atom, and the toric field that surrounds the human heart. Why I always talk about the high heart toric field. Okay, the torus field around the sun too, Solaris. So the sun too has its own toric field, and even much larger scale around our entire Milky Way. So think about all these morphogenetic fields from the you can go universal. The galaxy here and its own toric field, and then it's going through different star systems and hitting different clusters and stuff like that in their own fields, and then it gets all to Alcyon, the Pleiades, and it hits that field, and we call it the photon belt, and we're in that, and then the whole enlightenment and more light, more photonic light hitting us, hence the word enlightenment, and this is and then it hits the toric field, the morphogenetic field of Gaia, and then it goes in and through us, and these different cosmic intelligent conscious energy, these cosmic intelligence that are hitting us are transmutating, are changing us. So I can't stress that enough, that this is, it's a, how would I put this? That when you clean up your system and stuff and start having the cognitive ability and you actually decide to participate, you can participate in this thing. And that means, like, one of the things that I did was I anchored energy back when I was meditating. I mean, I still do, and I still meditate on, like, we all have sovereignty and freedom and prosperity and all of these things when I meditate. And I did that a lot, really hardcore too. So you're participating with God, essentially, because it's you and these energies, and they come through you, and you take your shoes off and you do earthing, and you ground your energy into Gaia, and then it comes back through Gaia, and your kundalini, your energy, your chakras, your light centers, and it goes back up through your crown chakra, your soul star chakra, the rainbow bridge to the galactic, and you that's what you do. You're a participant in these energies, in this field, in life. You're a participant in life. You're engaged more. That's all. And the more and more of these things, the more and more engaged you get, and the more and more enlightened you get. There. Done. Let's see, the magnetic we're going to go back to this. The magnetic component of Gaia's torus gives Gaia her magnetic north and south poles. Also, I wrote another one that's on the pole shift, another article that's on the 3decrees.org, okay, about the pole shift and stuff. We'll talk about that later. The electrical component is measured in hertz, the electromagnetic wave frequency, the Schumann resonance, which is 7.83 hertz, is referred to as Gaia's heartbeat. Collectively, the electromagnetic field creates the receptacle of Gaia's atmosphere and protects all life on Gaia by deflecting solar wind and protecting against harmful solar radiation. In addition, the toric field resonance is the receptacle of the consciousness of Mother Earth, Gaia, or Gaia Sophia. There's all kinds of different names and stuff. That's what I always talk about. I always talk, I try to give a whole ton of different names for every genre, for everybody. So it's, they're interchangeable. I'm trying to open up this blinders, the scope of things, trying to open it up and connect all these dots and stuff, so that we have, because years later from now, we'll get even more truth and stuff and be able to connect the dots better and stuff. But I'm just trying to piece together what I pieced together for plus 50 some years old that I am, through my crazy different meditations that I've had, all different sporadically times in my life, and felt and had my empathic ability registering strong with my higher self, my conversations with God. Thank you, Neil Donald Walsh. Read his books a long time ago, early 90s. Anyways, moving on. Where were we? In addition, toric field resonance is the receptacle for the consciousness. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, cosmonauts and astronauts too. When they're up there, they have to have like an artificial heartbeat. They have to have an artificial Schumann resonance at the 7.83. So when they're up there, they're having that artificial one, right? So there's some kind of machine that they take up there on the space station that creates like a certain electromagnetic field for them when they're in space that acts like Earth's natural Schumann resonance at 7.83 hertz. So, think, use your cognitive ability here then. So if somebody we've already made some kind of artificial one, and now that there's all these different power lines, and inside your home there's electrical sockets, and there's an electrical circuit running all around your box that you're sitting in, and all of these other things that are put into place to kind of disrupt your energy field. You see? It's not healthy. So what I'm suggesting here is why we always talk about getting out in nature, and more you'll hear even the exercise coaches and stuff like this, the personal trainers, doing more outdoor type exercises too, and getting into nature and doing the body weight training and stuff, and just doing like your push-ups and your crunches, your pull-ups, all of these different little exercises that you can just do out in nature instead of going to the gym, seeing television screens and another electrical outlet thing. It's kind of one of those things that I feel deeply in my heart that what was I going to say? I feel deeply in my heart that it's going to be like, we're going to go, oh, crap, that's like asbestos. I mean, that was really disruptive, and that was really dangerous. Sometime in the future, we'll go, ooh, really, really not good for our health, our environment, look at these guys, the insects and the birds and the bees and stuff, and they're all just like, yeah, and the flowers and stuff. I know you can probably hear the cars in the background. Oh, there goes a motorcycle. All right, that's cool though. Whatever everybody wants to do. Anyways, I feel deeply in my heart that, I mean, if you just think about it for a moment, and you think about like indigenous tribes like in the rainforest or something, or the guys out in the outback in Australia and stuff, just really digging off of that land. Now we can have that, and we can do appropriate technologies in the future. We can start incorporate actually Keshe Foundation already has a plasma generator and stuff like that. So these things, and they're like not, and these things are coming out right now, and so we can change the future. We can change by thinking, why should we make a parking lot out of oil, out of asphalt, or should we spray it with some kind of a biodegradable and we can seed it or something, and maybe build our vehicles differently, or just have them up off the ground so that we can grow our own foods too. Even this field right here, even all of this. Well, there's a bunch of fruit trees and stuff like that growing all over this park. That's why I love to come here. Okay, I'm going to get back to reading this. Okay, what were we talking about? So the astronauts and stuff, they have to have their own frequency up there. And so that's what I'm talking about, being down here and how disruptive it is and stuff. Now these are old, there's a bunch of old, like the Chinese medicine and psychic technologies and stuff like that they know, think about the Kung Fu and Shaolin priests and stuff. doing, and their energy and stuff, right? They know all about their chi. So that's why, another reason why sometimes I'll do qi gong, exercises too. It's movement of the body and your energy fields, right? And yoga, another movement of your energy fields. I mean, right on that yoga got popular. I mean, and yoga and meditation, right there. Tai Chi, Qigong, these things, these little tools, little techniques that can help you and make your life more enjoyable, more blessed, more abundant. Okay, now that you know that Gaia resonates at the frequency of 7.83 hertz and supports all life within its biosphere, and that resonance has been steadily rising since the 60s. Okay, 60s, our sun entered into the photon belt. I already talked about all of that. Pleiades. Yeah, I've got another really cool. We'll wait until the motorcycle goes by. I've got another cool article that's on 3decrees.org. It's just, where is our solar system? And also, that guy, we've been tuning in up to like the sun and stuff a lot, but I mean, kudos to Matt, man, that's got Suspicious Observers, his YouTube channel. I mean, now then you can just go to that, and then he gives you a wide, huge picture of like our universe and its flow and its morphogenetic fields of like he goes out there and he does some serious cosmology. Okay, where were we? Milky Way, center core, fast forward, pun intended, 2012, and the human resonance has been shifting. It's going up and down and stuff, and it's a roller coaster ride, and that's why you think about, you've been affected by these different energies and stuff in your body, and you gotta, why I talk about immune boosters and stuff, aqua cuticles and the spirulina and chlorellas, and doing your fruit smoothies and adding stuff to it and adding trace minerals and boosting and immune boosting mushrooms, and we're gonna get into some other ones too, man. Seriously, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna go a little bit deeper into energy and into holistic health. We're gonna keep doing this. Mind, body, and spirit. Oh yeah. Okay, where were we? So yeah, it's doing spikes way past 40 hertz and stuff like that, and so it's up and down. So you can imagine your DNA being restructured too, because sound waves and frequencies, that is what changes your what is it called? Nucleic acid. Your RNA, DNA structures. It changes within those frequencies and stuff, and that's why you hear the ringing in your ear, if you do, because it might be ringing higher and higher, and you'll hear it, and that frequency is changing your bioelectrical systems. It's changing your biological body. It's changing your avatar, man. Your avatar. I love seeing those things out there, those web online courses and stuff, like the avatar training, the ascended mastery, self-mastery training and stuff like that. That's what we're getting into, so that you can self-empower, man. Really get into self-empowerment. You don't have to worry about, oh well, that sounds very egotistical, if I self-empower and I like feel good about myself, it's you'll still be humble, you'll still be losing your ego, you still will take on more and more compassion in your life, more and more love will reach your heart. We already talked about that. Wow. I just went off on frequency and sounds, and it was in here. Okay, so hence the whole thing we call the ascension process, the awakening, the apocalypse of the psyche, the solar Christed consciousness, Christ consciousness. That's what we're getting into. We're bringing that. We are too. It's cyclical. We're bringing what we think about. Let's bring it together. Let's bring it on. Let's bring it down to the planet Earth. We need to change. I mean, I don't know how many people think about, hey man, isn't it time to explore space or explore ourselves and stop just watching TV and going and eating genetically engineered corn that's crossed between a pig's hormone and something. I mean, we can do better. And there's so many support systems out there. There's people doing intentional communities, eco-villages. There's people, the Keshe Foundation already has the plasma generator. It's free energy. Those are going. Soon as this takedown of all the names, deep state and all that, soon as this is coming, once you get that, then we can resurface all of the things, and eventually we'll start pulling those patented things off the shelf to help humanity and our planet. So if you're really concerned about all the plastic bottles, it's crazy, and they're made out of oil, your toothbrush is made out of oil, polymers, your carpeting, if it's acrylic, my clothing, I try to buy a little bit different. I thrift for all my stuff, but yeah, it's acrylic too, and it's made out of polyesters and it's all made out of oil. I mean, that whole agro-petrol economy structure, and it's collapsing. So, but the good news is there's other structures in place ready to go. So don't have any fears. It's another thing about self-empowerment, that if you kind of expand your knowledge, your mind and your knowledge about the universe, and your little part in it, it's cool, man. Then you don't worry about fear. You don't worry about death. You don't worry about that the planet's going to be destroyed and they're really trying to nuke, but now it's going, and we have help. There is support. There's a whole grand thing going on. What are they call it, I don't know, God's plan. Source, we've got it, because that would move into the future. So if we're here now and we're all kind of tired of living in the past, a dark, we've done that. Basically, also, I can reference, the Matrix, in that Neo is about ready to step into the car and talk, and Trinity turns to him and said, "Oh, Neo, you've been down that road before." So that's where we're at. We've already been down this dark road. We're coming out into the light now, okay? This is what we want. We want to come out into the light now. So this is the transmutational process, the ascension process, the solar Christos, the unity consciousness. Okay, I think I'm done. This is so all the ascension process requires participation. Yeah, let's go there. That's going to be a two-parter, man. That's going to be really long, but you know what? I really enjoyed this one, and thank you guys, and I hope this helps bring more pieces to this puzzle for you, and brings more enlightenment and joy and happiness and trust in other human beings. Bring that back. Bring back the trust in other human beings. There's some good people out here, man. There's some very good people out here. I mean, you never know either. Could be the homeless guy, could be the janitor in a school, could be the lunch lady, could be a scientist that's about ready to break free from not being able to tell anybody things. We don't know. They're out there. Be good to everybody. Blessings. All right.